My name's Kenneth Burr. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. First of all, a bit of an apology because I did go overboard yesterday. But these guys, at the end of the day, like I said, they cheat, steal, lie, whatever they can possibly do at the end of the day, and they are not the honest of people that you want to do business with. So, we had this morning contacted PayPal, and they've already looked over the fraud that Fernando or Jamie Fernando Gonzalez has committed. The fraud he's committed is basically he started coming in with messages claiming that PayPal was telling him certain things when PayPal wasn't telling him anything at all, period. They have the person who we talked to was able to read over the reports. His account is going to be taken from him due to the fact that there is substantial evidence of him showing back to back to back, asking us to recall him, going in and telling that PayPal told him not to send out items, that our account was flagged, what was the other comment he made? Oh, account was flagged. PayPal told him not to ship out anything, not to send anything, and this is false. First things first, and to tell anybody if he does this to you or send you any nonsense like this, first things first, PayPal is going to contact you on anything. He's going to contact you. See the case number we have right here? PayPal has contacted us multiple times. So PayPal is going to contact you. Anytime, anything that comes up, PayPal is going to contact you and say, hey, look, this is what we received. We need you to respond to this. This is what's automatically going to happen. Who knows how many times he's probably used this on customers, hoping they're not going to respond back. So they're looking into all of that. They're looking into everything. He's under investigation as we speak. Now, the reason why the claim was put against him for our item, due to the fact that we went to his website, he had removed the handling time that was gone off the website. Also, too, he's coming in and he's telling us over and over again that he can't basically touch the order. He can't do this. You can't do that, due to the fact that PayPal is telling us these. PayPal is saying these things to him, which we all know it's a lie. PayPal's not saying any of this at all. So because with the fact that you are sending this in, claiming that PayPal was saying such and such and so, and you have an order of ours that you're refusing to ship out, you are now being labeled as spam, as basically scanning, as basically your account is going to get flagged. It's interesting how the same thing that you stated and your statements that we were getting flagged, you're getting flagged as we speak, because they're doing a thorough investigation on your account and they even escalated it. Well, that's pretty much basically from there. We also contact Wix today also too. We are escalating the case over there with the pornography incident. We sent over pictures, more pictures. They wanted more pictures to send over to another department. His account also is investigated over there. That also too could be leaving from off the internet shortly also too, because it's under investigation. Keep in mind, when you sign up for Wix, there is an option that comes up asking you, do you have an adult website? So if you choose that, he could have got away with that easily. But the fact that his site is not set up for that, automatically he violates the policy, and automatically his account has to go into an investigation. So if I were y'all, I wouldn't be doing any business with him, because again, he's going to have a lot of restrictions on him in the next couple of days or in a couple of weeks. Now, getting to the United States Postal Service, we filed with that yesterday. I had to go in and submit more information that they want on this particular individual. They want his address. They want personal phone numbers, all that stuff. We're submitting that. We have everything we need. We'll be taking care of that today. That'll involve criminal charges and whatever charges they're going to basically bring up. Really quick, off topic. Customers, your packages are over there. I talked to the postal worker yesterday. He had the day off. He is coming down to pick up your stuff. So all your stuff will be activated. You're good to go. But yesterday, like I said, I got to watch myself, because at the end of the day, I get too involved in this and I get that pit bull kind of aggressive, I guess, guard defensive kicks in, and I go a little overboard sometimes. So I have to learn to back up a little bit. And that's why I got up this morning and prayed, backed up a little bit. And said, okay, this is how we got to handle this. We're not going to entertain this anymore. There's going to be no more going back and forth. As we can clearly see, the guy is not going to ship out the product. He basically can't back up the review that he has done. And from there, we automatically have all the information we need. So all we got to do now is just go and take the evidence that we compiled in the last couple of days and start submitting it to the proper platforms or authorities. to get this guy wrapped up and out of here. So thank you for giving us what we needed, but we got enough information on you now. So the business way to handle this is not to keep going back and forth with you, is to take the information that we have now and take it to the proper people to get you taken care of. Let me show you some of the emails that Crow was sending to us claiming to be PayPal. As a matter of fact, we were on the website because they wanted us to go to the website. They wanted to get information. Wix wanted information on his website, his domain name, stuff like that, so they can start investigating his account. Let me show you, even on the website, he even posted the fraud on the website. Yeah, we also submitted that too with Wix, that you posted that you are posing that PayPal is telling you things and you're actually misleading your customers. Now, again, I don't say things unless I have the truth to back it up. So let's go take a pop over and show you. Oh, and I'll show you the rest of the where he's basically contacting us and we were submitting his emails over to PayPal. And PayPal, when the guy who was reading through it, he was like, good gracious. He was very shocked. And I'll tell you why he was shocked. Because, again, they never said any of that stuff. Now, they are now marking your account as account for potential to scam customers. That's how you're being marked now. Because you went out, you spread false accusations that PayPal was telling you all these things, and PayPal was telling you none of this. And keep in mind, you have an order of mine that you are refusing to ship out on top of that. So it looks like you tried to steal my money at the end of the day. You sent nothing in the confirmation saying, hey, look, we're going to give you a refund or this, that, and the other. Nothing at all, period. That you can't ship out the item. You have nothing to do with this, and we have to contact PayPal to resolve the issue. Oh, we contacted PayPal, and the issue got resolved. Only problem is it's not going to go in the favor you think it's going to go for you. It's going to go very badly. So let's go over to the account. Keep in mind, this person has a bad habit of cursing and carrying on and act up, so you know the whole formality on how he carries himself. Not very professional. So I want you to see messages. He probably wouldn't have deleted it, but we'll see. All right. Or he probably disabled his messenger, which he did yesterday. He disabled the messenger, so we couldn't contact him. So let's see if it's there. There we go. All right. This is where he's basically stating that PayPal is telling him that he can't ship out the item. See right here? Hello, Ken. PayPal advised me, and PayPal did not advise you. This is what got you in trouble. PayPal did not advise me not to do business with you. You have to reach out to them. You might have to, might have some issues to resolve with PayPal. Thank you. We don't have any issues to resolve with PayPal. If we did have any issues, this is the reason why we have a case filed against you already that fast. Go back into my inbox. There you go. There's your case right there, just filed against you. So if we had any problems that were coming up that PayPal couldn't resolve, we just filed a case on you. And not only did they file a case on you, they're also adding that in with the fact that they read through the emails that you sent us. We sent it all over to PayPal, to the fraud department. They read through it. They said, we never even made that statement at all, period. Everybody knows, Jamie, let me explain something to you, how PayPal works. Anytime you go into PayPal for anything, and you should know this by now because you filed multiple false claims against my account when we were processing your order. And every single time that you went in and you mentioned anything, PayPal contact us and say, hey, look, we're getting this message, we're getting that message, we need you to respond to this. Everybody knows how PayPal works. How in the world did PayPal send you 3 messages or 4 messages and we didn't get anything on the other end? Nothing popped up. The only thing that was popping up was what we basically discussed with them, what we sent over to them. That's the only thing that was coming up. So you faked all that from the door. Now, if my account is in such bad standing, listen to this, people. If my account is in such bad standing, I got flags and all this stuff, I have no chance of winning the case. So let's see who wins this case, me or you. Let's see what the evidence that we just sent to them showing that you deliberately went in and posed as PayPal, making false accusations that they told you things that they didn't say. Let's see who wins the case. That's what it comes down to. Because you already lost. And I'm going to send another confirmation letter coming from them that you are under investigation for your acts, for basically what you just did of committing fraud. Now, you want people to trust you with their credit card numbers and shipping information. You're committing fraud on PayPal like this. Let me show you one of the letters he sent to us. Let's see. Go over here. These are all forwarded over to, and the thing about it, they're one after the next after the next. That's what makes it even worse. They're back to back to back. Here we go. They read this one too today. Mr. Bird, please understand, you have to contact PayPal for your account. Since my account has been flagged for malicious intention. So what's the malicious intention? They have been monitoring your account for quite a while. No, they're not. They're monitoring your account now. They did advise me. Now, see, this is where you mess up. They did advise me not to do anything until I hear back from them. That's not good, Jamie. That's extremely bad. Because now you're making it where you got this set up. And if a customer didn't know better, you're telling them that, hey, look, we can't ship out your item until PayPal contacts me. PayPal never gave you that information. If PayPal never gave you that information, you could try to keep someone's money and never give it back to them by saying, hey, look, PayPal told me I can't send you this. Your account's being investigated. You're not in good standing, blah, blah, blah. And a customer that may not know better may believe this, not knowing that he should have got, or he or she should have got some kind of confirmation back that this was happening. If PayPal advised you this, they would have also advised the person, the seller or the merchant. They would have been advised also. PayPal does not advise one person and to keep the other person in the dark. It don't work that way. So this is where you messed up when you said that PayPal advised you. And then you say right here, I'll hear back from them. It says, see, they advised me not to do anything until I hear back from them. It might take a few days, if anything, and I will let you know as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. Just how we know it's all you, Jamie, because you spelled patient with an A-N-D at the end of it. If you want more information, call me. That's where you made a serious mistake. That's why they're flagging your account as a scam account, because they've been having problems with people posing as if PayPal is telling them this and telling them that and asking the person to call them. And then the person would call them and their number would end up on some kind of a scam network. That's what you just did to yourself. Now, that might not have been your intentions, but that's what you just did to yourself by posing that PayPal said this. Jamie, don't you know that PayPal, at the end of the day, when we call them up and they look through these emails, that they're going to sit there and say, we never said this to begin with, we have to investigate this. That means now your account is considered to be a fraud account. It's considered to be flagged and monitored now. So I would advise y'all, don't send anything through his account. His account is now under investigation. So we don't have anything on our end. PayPal never contact us on any of this whatsoever. So what's going on? Everybody knows how PayPal works. So where's our confirmation? We got a confirmation, and you got a confirmation today on you being reported for fraud 3 times and actually 4 times in a row. When we reported you, we get the same message back. You got the same message back that we filed a case against you. We got that back. Now, the reason why Jamie got the case filed against him, because there is no point giving him a 5-day grace period from the door if he's sending us nonsense like this. Nowhere in that statement did he say anything about returning money back to the account. Not a thing. And I'm pretty sure you ran this scam on other people too also. Here's another one right here that you also said we sent to PayPal also. Let me see. No, that's us. PayPal commenting back to us on basically reporting you. Gotta stop. That's what I'm saying. This is the kind of dumb stuff that you do. And keep in mind, you went through, now you're going to get your account. Your account's under investigation. It's being flagged now. We contacted Wix. Your account over there is under investigation to be terminated. You went through all of this at the end of the day to have our money put back into our account, lose another PayPal claim, and we're still going to have your product here. We still have about 17 people, with 17 people are offering to buy your product and bring it down here for testing. If your website's still there, if your PayPal account is still active, we don't know about that one yet. And they're advising us to contact them and let them know if there are any problems. Contact them as soon as possible on the matter. So if you submit anything else in, any dumb nonsense, they're advising us to send more information. But they have enough already to basically get the ball rolling already. They got enough. They're good. So this is the trouble that he got himself into by doing dumb stuff. Okay, well, that's that. I'm going to get back to work. There is nothing more to talk about this. I'm going to we gave them all the information. They're going to handle it from here. I have to, like I said, go down to the post office. These are the bigger charges, the big charges. These are the ones where Jamie is going to have to get an attorney. You can take it as a joke all he wants. He committed mail fraud. And yeah, the evidence is there. It's the first thing they ask me about before I submit anything. I have to make sure that I have a substantial amount of evidence showing that you did such and such. And so we have a live unboxing on both items showing that the products that he shipped over the United States Postal Service were not what they were supposed to be. And you can honestly say, well, it was a mistake. I got it mixed up. You don't even own that product at the end of the day at all. You don't own it. And keep in mind, there's transcripts of us talking about the product before it was shipped over. Guarantees that you made, that you forgot about, that I have on recording, that all can be used in court with them. Well, we won't be in that. You'll be dealing with them. The most incriminating evidence we have against him for mail fraud is the Frankenstein. That is the worst one. And the Frankenstein, we recorded a verification video of the product before it was shipped over here, clearly showing that he changed out the color on his website, abusing Wix again, sent the product over here, and tried to make it look like he was always selling it that way. That is clearly fraud at the end of the day, and we got you because of the verification video. And PayPal is willing to testify that you committed these frauds. Now, mind you, PayPal is going to testify that you have committed these frauds on top of the fact that we just submitted documents to PayPal showing you trying to scam us with fake emails that PayPal was advising you on things that they weren't even saying. Do you know how bad this is right now? So now they're going to take that, including with the post office all together. That's even worse. Because PayPal can honestly say, well, at the end of the day, not only did he lose the claim, but there's a substantial amount of evidence showing this fellow is committing scams. And then they tie that with the post office that you use at the end of the day to commit the scam. Good gracious, man. You just get yourself in so much trouble. If there was a way for you to get out of this and to get probation, whatever, you have now shut that door completely by sending those scams over, those messages over, by claiming that PayPal told you this and PayPal told you that. So now when the post office contacts PayPal, they're going to find out there's an investigation on you for fraud. That's what's going to happen. Here you go. There's Wix contacting us right now on the claim we filed against you this morning. Told you it's on. Told you. We filed all these are all filed against. This was legit. This is actually going to happen. It's over. You're looking at serious jail time. I don't know which one you need to worry about first. I don't know if you need to worry about whether or not whether you have to worry about. Here we go. See, right there. We submitted you already. You're under investigation. I told you. I'm not joking around with you. I'm not playing with you anymore. I gave you enough breaks as it is. At the end of the year, I'll be filing a class action lawsuit for $250,000 for copyright infringements. That's the next one to come up. I decided to go ahead. The attorneys are very happy about it. If there's anything left. That's what they said, if there's anything left, because the government's going to tear you apart. He's going to tear you. The government is going to rip you up pretty bad. Do you see the situation you have gotten yourself into just by lying and cheating and stealing and scamming? You see what you got yourself into? You should have just shipped out the item. If you had shipped out the item, that means you would have never sent. I need a print of that too. Send it over to we got to send it over to PayPal. Your website is being basically investigated for basically fraud. If you had shipped out the item, you wouldn't be in a situation. First things first, if you had did the demonstration correctly and didn't commit fraud on my product on YouTube trying to make it look bad, you would not be in a situation at all, Jamie. Do you see the domino effect, this downward spiral you just caused for yourself? You go in, you do a fake demonstration. We go in and we show our product works perfectly fine. We have batch numbers and everything attached to our product. I'm going to bring you to court for that too. Also, I'm bringing you to court for the 2.0. I'm definitely bringing you to court for that. Because we show that I showed the lawyer everything, how we process you, everything. That's open and shut. We're definitely going to sue you on that. That's going to be more money we're going to take out of you. Well, I'm not going to get anything out of you, to tell you the truth. I don't even have anything left. There's a $1 million fine you might have to pay up. So that's going to be pretty bad. So we don't even know what you're going to have left. But anyway, all that was submitted to the attorneys, showing them that how we package your product, how it was shipped out, how the batch number, how it was tested, and this is the video you displayed. Now, you see the nightmare you got yourself into. We're going to recap real quick. All you had to do was do a fair review. And you can just say you didn't like the product. You know, I don't care if I don't like it. Hey, that's your personal opinion in the day. But to paint it up to be something that is not, that was definitely wrong and disrespectful. Do you see the outcome of what happened is going to you now, which the punishment, the penalty you're going through right now? Now, because of that, we go and order your product. Now, you know darn well you can't have your product come here, because if your product comes here, what's going to happen? We're going to put it against all the tests that you do not do under your product, because you scam your customers at the end of the day. You do not do proper testing on your products. You got to have a displaying that Cinemax, and you know what that paint matched at the end of the day, a basic house paint, but you still come on YouTube acting like it never even happened, hoping to scam more people, hoping more people didn't see that demonstration. Now, after all of that, Jamie, we go to buy your product, to bring it down here for proper testing. And what do? Do you ship out the item? Do you honor your agreements as we did? No, we have to go through all this nonsense just to get the item down here, because you want to basically go in, pose as PayPal is telling you these things, and send fake emails to us saying that PayPal was telling you not to ship out an item, our account's under investigation, we're being monitored, all these lies. So we take all that information that you send us back to back to back. And I sat there and said on camera, man, we got to put this guy in freaking junk mail, because he's going to, some people at the end of the day, you have to do stuff to them to protect them at the end of the day. I felt sorry for this guy because he doesn't know how to stop himself. He's sick. He does not know how to stop himself. And I'm watching the messages coming in back to back to back. So we submit 4 of them out to PayPal. We contact PayPal's fraud department. We explain to them, this is what we've received from them. They looked through it. They said, we never said any of this at all whatsoever. If we said this, you would have got a copy right from the door. I said, yeah, we know that already. He says, okay, we'll put this under investigation. Now, we have an order that's sitting there that you are refusing to ship out. And you're telling us that you can't ship this item out because PayPal was telling you not to ship it out. And therefore, you're not responsible for giving us back our money or the item. That's considered to be theft. That's stealing. So now we go in and after seeing that you're not going to ship it out because of all these crazy excuses, we go file a complaint. Now you have a complaint of refusing to ship out an item, along with complaints showing that you were sending us emails from your email account stating that PayPal was telling you these things that are not true. That is now considered to be an act of fraud, of scamming, a suspicious account, because you have someone's money that you refuse to ship out the item, and you're claiming that PayPal was telling you something that is not true. See, that's under investigation right now. Now, the mail fraud. You got caught shipping out a black product that you know at the end of the day that, again, you don't make at the end of the day, and you lost that claim, and PayPal can vouch that was fraud. You got caught with the Frankenstein, another one, where we have a verification video showing that you went and manipulated, abused your website, used it for fraud to ship out a product that you never had to begin with. You just made it up. We got you on that one. Now, what's going to happen when United States Postal Service starts doing the search and they start going and investigating and they contact PayPal, the source of it all, and PayPal says, look, we got this guy under investigation for fraud. That's it. It's a case closed right there. And then you use United States Postal Service. We have live unboxing videos showing labels from United States Postal Service, which your company's signature on it. Lights out. You're done. Over. That fast. So now, out of all that nonsense, you got all that on your plate. And Mr. Bird is going to go back to making his products, working on his contracts, developing new products. That's what I'm going to be doing. And you, on the other hand, are going to have to worry about trying to get an attorney to get yourself out of this nightmare you just got yourself in. Now, keep in mind, you're talking about the U.S. government, all right? You're not going to be able to go to court and say, hey, it's my first time offense, because it's not. You have multiple complaints coming through. Look, I just received a refund. He just sent me my money that fast. Look. He sent me my money that fast. That's not going to fix it for you. That's not going to fix a darn thing for you. You're still, accountant's still under investigation. Still under investigation. That's not going to help you at all. I told you I was getting my money back. Didn't I say that? I just sat there and said on camera. If my account was under investigation and flagged and all this stuff as he claimed it is, yeah, I'd have lost that case because it would have showed that my account was committing fraud against him. As you can see, he put my money back in my account that fast. Thank you. See, at the end of the day, you can't cheat a Christian. You can't do a Christian wrong. Learn a valuable lesson from this. Now, I did apologize for yesterday. I did go a little too far with it. Not saying what I was going to do. He needed to go through all that. But the way I carried myself was unnecessary. I do apologize for that. But I got up this morning, the Lord recalibrated, and we said, this is what you got to do this morning. I want you to make these calls to these branches, take the evidence that you have, submit it, get it done. Now, see what happens when I listen to God at the end of the day? It's no back and forth. We just swift, quick, brutal punishment. Done. Money's back in my account. Crow is under investigation. His website's under investigation. And now he's going to be facing charges with the United States Postal Service for committing fraud through the United States Postal Service. Let's see what we got going on here. I want to print this one out first. Get these all printed out. Let's get some paper. And, you know what's even worse, Crow? And I hate to say this, but it's true. Now you've given your customers an even bigger reason to buy the 2.0. Because you forfeit. Means you faked your demonstration. If you didn't fake your demonstration, Crow, and it was true, you would have sent me out the product. Because if you beat it on camera at your house, it doesn't make a difference where it's at the end of the day. It would have worked regardless. There you go. Now we need these documents to take over for another place we have to file to. Today we're going to the Better Business Bureau, and there's another site they're advising me to go through. I think it's FBI list or whatever, something for websites that commit fraud. We're going to be submitting all the information from these people and from there, and a ticket from the post office and all that. We need to go to this one first. This is from Wix. See right here? Contacted them about the pornography that you had posted to your site along with the pictures. So how did Jamie get caught with pornography on his site? Well, Jamie thought it was a smart idea when I was in a live stream to post pornography to his website, which is a clear violation of Wix. They don't allow you to do that unless you have a site set up for adult content. And he sent this to his messaging, which is even more criminating because you were the one sending the messages back and forth. All that was recorded. So we have recording of that, and we also have pictures of the pornography that you sent over. I told you at the end of the day, keep your emotions to yourself and conduct business. And this is what happens when you don't keep your emotions to yourself. When you basically let it spill over into your business. So he thought because we were going on a live stream, this would be embarrassing for me to see this pornography. No, you have this posted to your website with your company's name on it. And that's a violation, which we reported you. Now, this is a confirmation telling us that your case is under, your website is under investigation. And with the pornography that they're going to see in those folders posted, your account is good as gone. I wasn't playing with you when I told you this was all going to happen. All you had to do was do everything by the book. That's all. I told you at the end of the day, and I can't explain this enough to you, man, that the products that I'm blessed to have are from my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Do you understand that? Everything I have here is a blessing from my Lord. You took what my Lord gave me and you tainted it. You spit on it. You stepped on it. You trampled on it. And this is how the Lord came back at you for messing with one of his Christians. You don't touch the Lord's blessings. Now look at the mess you got yourself into. I may even, well, at the end of the day, yeah, the lawsuit has to go through because you did touch my copyrights. I didn't give you permission to touch them. Now, Partey and what's the other guy called? Salaway 5, you're next. I will be in touch real soon. I don't care about you part at the end of the day. I don't care where you live at the end of the day. We'll figure out where you're at. That's what I hire investigators for. Because I got to see you in court soon. You did something you shouldn't have did. Solid Weight 5, you are an easy lawsuit. You're an open and shut. Now, Solid Weight 5 got himself in trouble because he decided to do all these fake slander demonstrations against my product, saying my product wasn't this and my product wasn't that at the end of the day. That's what he was doing. The problem with Solid Weight 5 is that when we requested for receipts, he posted his face right next to these false receipts that he had. He had the box, he had everything in it, the fake labels. You also, too, did a little abuse on the United States Postal Service. But what you messed up the most was in the receipt that you posted, there was my company's logo right there. I never gave you permission to touch my logo, did I? Well, that's $150,000 to a $250,000 lawsuit for copyright infringements because I never gave you permission to do that. Plus, taking my information and name, that's a bit of identity theft, isn't it? Gonna be some criminal charges in there too also. So where this guy messed up is he put down in the receipt, Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We don't use that email at all, period. And what makes it even worse, you had a space in between each one. Now, everybody knows that if you go make an email, no matter what you're on, at the end of the day, they do not allow you to make an email if you have spaces in between. It comes up invalid. So the big question here is what my attorneys can't wait to drill you on, and they're going to drill you good, is that how is it possible that you were able to receive an item from my website with an email address that doesn't even exist? Okay, well, that's going to be the end of you real quick. If you own your house, it's going to be a problem because it will be mine at the end of the day. Here we go. Submit that right there. I'm going to submit that one. And we got that one done. Let's cancel this right here. Let's go over here and get our, let me see. Here we go, Jamie. Case closed in your favor. There we go. And keep in mind, just because you closed the case, because he received the messages letting him know that his case is under investigation now for fraud. Just because you give me back my money doesn't mean that this is going to stop or close your case. It's not. You submitted emails to us claiming that PayPal told you something and it wasn't true. What did you say in your email that you could not, PayPal advised you not to contact me, not to this, not to that? Keep in mind that when you file a have not received, the merchant has, like I have here, he has so many days to provide a tracking number. I think it's 10 days. 10 days to provide a tracking number. That's what he has. That's what the guidelines are. You have 10 days to provide the tracking number, but you didn't give a tracking number, did you? You had that option. It's not like they come in and say automatically, okay, here's the deal. We're going to take the money out of your account. That's the end of it. Give it to them. You're getting nothing. You lose the case. No, they give you time to provide a tracking number. That's what they do. Now, so the person files a claim against you, right? Even though you provide the tracking number must show that the package is delivered. Once it's confirmed it's delivered, the funds are released off your account. We all know how that works. So this is the decision that you made at the end of the day, not PayPal. PayPal, we went in and filed the case. That's it. You have 10 days to provide a tracking number. You have 10 days to fight that claim. And you didn't. You canceled out just like that. Because you probably figured if you cancel out, give us back our money, then what's going to happen is that means that's going to stop the investigation on the fraud. No, it's not. You actually did this. You said this. You submitted this, and they didn't approve of it at all. So you have to go under investigation because you still have to pay for that. Let's get a copy of this. This will make number 18, 19. This is 19 cancellations. Let's see right here. PayPal. Okay, poor. There we go. Let me see. Here we go. So you can see this is from Jamie. There we go. There's your cancel order from Crow right there. Let's get a printout from my collection. And keep in mind, I will still have your product if your PayPal account is still there. If your website's still there, I will still have your product. Oh, let's go over here and see. We need to get a print of this one. I told you, you don't win any cases against me. You have never won any cases against me at all. You tried. Now, he tried when he placed the order. He made multiple. Oh, I forgot about that. We got to file on that one too today. More fraud charges against you. Because he abused his privileges when he was contacting us, talking about, oh, you don't have a shipping time, or shipping time's 2 to 3, and all that other times, all that nonsense. And then I go to your site, and you don't even have anything there. Where is your shipping 2 to 3? You have nothing there. You don't even have the color on half of your products over there. You don't have the proper screen sizes over there. It's a mess on your website. You got 3 paints coming in at the same color. They're all saying gunmetal. Boy, you scanned the data, I tell your customers. What's the next one we got to print out? Where's that? Where's my stack of receipts? My stack of cancels. Around here somewhere. I can't find my stack. Oh, they're over there. That's my stack of cancels. My stack of cancels. This is what you filed against me when you couldn't get your order fast enough. That's what you filed, right? Yeah. That's she right there. That's what you filed, right? About how you had to wait 10 something days to get your product. That's what you said, right? That's what you wrote. And then on your website, we can look on your website and there's no shipping information at all. Nothing there at all for the customers. You don't even have the proper color. What did I tell you? I said last night, I said that if I'm wrong, if my case has been flagged, if it's under investigation, if they've been monitoring me, you said at the end of the day that I'm accused of buying from you and returning the money and all this stuff like that. I'm accused of all these things, right? If that's the case, how come I won? Again. And you're under investigation. Yeah, PayPal never said any of that stuff, Crow, at all. They didn't say any of that. You made all that up. That's what you did. And you got busted. Now, if you're going to lie about all of this, you lied about your review too. This is why. Oh, I'm planning to go back to your video and record the transcripts of the people that were in there talking so we can put all this together. Because I got so many forum sites that are asking who are the idiots that were in there agreeing to that dumb nonsense. After there was a batch number attached to it. And I will be taking to court with even more evidence of the fraud that you committed by purchasing on my website and doing a fake review, even though the product had a batch number. I can't wait to see you answer that one in court, if there's anything left of you. All right, let's come out of this one right here. Let's see, I got my refund. All right. I want to get the case file too. Get the case file right here. Okay, this right here. This is the case we filed against you. I want a copy of this one too, so we have this all on record. And I want your, oh, we got that already. We got the fake claims you put in, right? Yeah, we got the fake claims you put in. Yeah. So your account is under investigation through Wix for pornography. And we have the pictures to back it up. And we also recorded it on video. So that's the bye-bye website. All right, let me see. Let's print this out. This is why I warn you people. Don't do business with scammers. They lose every single time. They never win. This guy went in and filed multiple complaints against me, trying to get it canceled. He was trying to get it canceled really, really bad. He couldn't get it because I wasn't in the wrong. I did everything in the right. I did exactly everything I was supposed to do. God's not going to protect me from doing bad things at the end of the day. I did everything I was told to do. Went out and told you the containers would be on Friday. They were here on Friday. Even sent you a special video for you, and you only, explaining how we did things over here. Put out multiple shipping updates for the customers. Items got here, containers got here on Friday. As I said, did the containers, we did them right here. Put the labels on them and everything, printed them all out for the customers to see. Then I went in and I said that we were going to do the batch number on Saturday, which we did. I got it marked and timestamped for Friday. Watch this pour the stuff in the containers. I said that the tracking numbers were going to go out on Monday, but we did it on Sunday. No, it was going to go on Monday. Tracking numbers going to be on Monday, but we did it on Sunday instead. And the items got shipped out. Did everything by the book, as I was told to do. Because we were one day off because we were waiting for our supplies to come in. So I explained everything crystal clear right to the book. Now that's the reason why you can't go in and he tried to file a not as described against me. Once he had the product, once he did the fake demonstration, he filed a not as described. The problem you have here is that I have a batch number back in my product. I can submit that to PayPal and say, hey, look, this is the product before we tested. It was working perfectly fine, and this is what he's saying it is now. You lost your case on that one. You filed another case saying that I agreed to give you back your money. I never said that at all. You couldn't support enough evidence to do so, and you lost your claim again. Let me get my file over here. You filed another claim saying the product was damaged. And when you said that, you basically posted pictures. I looked at the pictures. There's a picture of a policy showing 2 to 3. How is that a damaged product? That's a have not received, not what you thought it was. So by you going in and following these complaints, an option became missing when we tried to ship out his order. The option to ship out. So I went to the United States Postal Service, copied and pasted all your information, and sent it to them. And still got your item out the door. And still got a signature on it. And you felt the need to go in and do that fake demonstration and look at the outcome. Look what it cost you. This is why I tell people, at the end of the day, when you follow the devil, at the end of the day, he'll whisper in your ear and tell you all kinds of things to do. And then when you go do them, you fall flat on your face, he's down there in hell laughing at you right now. Look what I got that dummy to do at the end of the day. Look at the mess he's going to go through. And this time, don't listen to Satan at the end of the day. Okay, update case right here. This is my other case right here. Goes to my favor, one in my case, and you're under investigation now. So there's nothing more to talk about. As a matter of fact, we all know that you can't do the micro blend. We know that you can't do that. That's a waste of my time. We put the challenge out for you. When your product does get here, we will, because we're still going to order it. We're just going to have somebody else get it from now on, because there's no way in the world that we can order it, because again, this guy does some of the most scammiest, dirtiest stuff I've ever seen. So we can't get it honestly from him. So we'll get somebody else to get it. I'm not going to tell you when they're going to get it, but I don't know, within a month's time or so forth in that area, you might not even have your account or website anymore. So we don't even know on that one either. But if you still have it intact, if it's still there, we're still going to place the order. bring the item down here, and then we'll do the testing on all the testing you refuse to do next to the 2.0 challenge and any other products we'll have at that timeline when we're developing. Oh, I forgot we got the gamer paint we're developing to the Black Gamer. I guess we'll put you against that also too. Other than that, there's nothing more to say. I backed up everything I said, as I always do. And as always, we come out victorious. Now, again, learn something from this, Jamie. Learn something from this experience. Learn to be honest toward people. Learn not to commit scams and to do all kinds of sneaky, underhanded, dirty things at the end of the day. And if you did things by the book, you would never be in this situation. If you had shipped out the product that I ordered and you didn't, and everything came to the door legit, we did the test. First things first, back it up a little farther. If you did the proper tests on your products, if you did proper demonstrations, if you stop tearing down other people's products saying that, oh, your product's this and your product's that, you push people to challenge your stuff because you don't back anything up at the end of the day. We back it up. We have no problem accepting challenges because I can back my product up 100%. I can go downstairs in the basement right now with that micro blend, blow it clean out of the water with a white screen next to it with certified and a well-lit environment, much better than yours, on a cheaper projector, and still do the demonstration with no problem. You can't do that at all. So, you know, if you made a proper screen paint that was properly tested, you wouldn't be in this situation. If you stop telling lies that your product can do all these things and you know it can't, you wouldn't be in this situation. If you stop tearing down and slandering people's products at the end of the day, you wouldn't be in this situation. And all this trying to back up your product and trying to hold on to this lie that you've been telling for the longest time has led you down to this chaos. Well, thank you for my money. I do appreciate it back. And I am, mind you, this is not going to change the fact that we have fraud charges on you. That's not going to change. They're still going to go through. Everything's going to go through as we've stated. Yeah. See if we got anything else that's popped up over here. Okay, Wix sent their information in, so we're good on that one. All right. And we have the fraud charges right here. All that's there. It's being investigated. See right there? Your account is being investigated right now. For soliciting pornography on your website, which you're not supposed to do. It's against their company guidelines. But again, you let your emotions get the best of you. That's what you did. No one told you to go up there and take pornography and put it on your website like that. That's something you should have never did. That's your business at the end of the day. You don't do stuff like that. So now your account's under investigation, as I said. They find that, and then mind you, the team right now is investigating your case. They're opening up the file as we speak on the pornography that we showed, videos we showed of you submitting this stuff. What do you think is going to happen when they see that pornography? Your account's going to be terminated on the spot, along with your PayPal account, which will be coming next for fraud. I told you this last year was going to happen. Not that last year. I told you if you cap it up, I could have taken your account anytime I wanted to, Jamie, and I let it go. I let a lot of things go. A lot of things go. What did I tell you when I explained to you? I said, look, man, I'm extending you an olive branch. I said that all you have to do is mind your own business, stay in your own backyard. I don't know you. I'm willing to drop the lawsuit. What did I say? And no sooner than I gave you that olive branch, here you are on YouTube slandering my 2.0. What did I tell you what would happen if you woke me? I said that I would show you no mercy. Did I not keep my word? I'm a man of my word. If I tell you that I'm going to follow through and do something, it is going to happen. I guarantee you. And that's what I told him. I gave him an olive branch. I gave you a second chance. I said, run with it. And did you run with it? No, you went on YouTube and you slandered my product. That's what you did. And I told you, if you woke me out of this, that I would show you absolutely no mercy at all. Do you have any idea how much evidence I have on you for certain things that I can submit to certain places to get you in so much trouble I can cause for you? And this is not causing you trouble out of doing bad. These are things that should be reported that I let slide. I could have hit you for mail fraud a long time ago. I could have nailed you for that. I let that go. I let a lot of things go. But here comes Jamie coming back in, slandering, talking trash, talking this. And I'm like, man, this guy just don't know. Just don't know how bad it can get for him. But I'm going to let it go this time. And I'm going to let it go this time. And I'm going to let it go this time. And you make memes of me and you get nasty and you curse me out on this. I'll let it go. I've been a very patient Christian with you. I have. I've turned the cheek on every level you could possibly think of. But everybody has the patience will run out sooner or later. And I gave you the ultimatum. I told you, take the olive branch and run. And you didn't. But I did warn you, if you woke me out of this, that you are going to regret ever knowing me, that I will show you no mercy. And this is just the beginning. This is nothing compared to what I already have planned. You violated my copyright 13 times. Did you not on Instagram? I had your IP address traced. We had your IP address traced on all those messages that you were sending over, the hate mail with the 666 and all that stuff. All that was traced. I'm going to pile a case up on you so high that when we go into court, if the government doesn't, if there's anything left that they have from you, we'll take the rest. Now you can sit there and say, oh, but Christians are supposed to be forgiven. How many times did I forgive you, Jamie? How many times did I give you an opportunity? And you still carried on and acted up. And now I got you on the 2.0. That's an open and shut case. You bought that from me. Legitly, you bought that from me, showing that you purchased it with your credit card or debit card or PayPal account. You purchased an item from me showing a batch number attached to it, showing us back in the product, and you would use your platform to abuse that. Now, we have another claim against YouTube. If YouTube, and we can show statements, basically, once you lose your case and we go present it to YouTube, they have an option. You used their platform to commit fraud against their company. We have hardcore evidence of this. We'll win our case very easily. And YouTube has an option. They could ban you for life, or we can sue their platform. That's the next stage. Knock you out of all social media. Okay, well, the only thing I can give you on that one is good luck. You're going to need it. Until then, I got to make a few phone calls, some other places right now. I got enough information here to start submitting you to some other fraud sites. We were advised by PayPal to submit you to a couple of sites that they advise you to be put on a special list, so people can be warned not to buy from you or go near you. And if those of you who placed any orders through Jamie, I would expect you to try to get your money back right away. All right, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.